Hey everybody, guess who it is? Zazoo Plazz. My Sunday report, March 20th, 2022. Oh, finally got out here to the woods. I don't know if you could see, but the geese, pair of geese is out there. Mr. and Mrs., they're out floating around, and I thought that was very appropriate. And I wanted to point out that, look at this, the trees are starting to have little buds on them. You see that? See that? Little buds. Mostly here in Connecticut, everything is, still, I noticed they did some trimming, some pruning out here in the woods and, tidying up, but it's still a big mess, right? Everything's a big mess and it doesn't look very pretty, right? And that's very interesting. Because it's just that kind of a week, isn't it? March, end of March, we're going into Aries. We just come out of Pisces. It's a good time for me to come out here in the woods. You watch the birds, you watch nature. This new thing, right? Biomimicry or whatever. It's been around for as long as there's been people on Earth, I guess, looking at, looking at their environment and saying, what can we do with this? Which is exactly where I am in my life right now. And I offer this to you, maybe a short video today. Might not be as long, because my youngest son's going back to college and I want to go spend some time with him, go have dinner together. But I did want to make it out here today. So we had both kids home all week. And, I just want to say how important it is. Family life, okay? I say in my book, I quote the proverb, right? Where it's, that my running people used to say, if you want to go fast, run alone. If you want to go far, run with others. Okay? So, isn't it easy to be in the world and have your own goals, right? Say, oh, I want to do this, and I want to do that. I want to go here, and I want to go there, and me, my. I fall into that too. Me, Zazoo Plazz. I know, it's a shock, right? I'm not perfect. And if you have kids around 20, 18, 19, 20, 21, they will come home from college and they will tell you, they will show you, just by looking at you, they will make it very clear what you need to change, because they're, and it's so, it's hard. You love these kids, you love them, you want all the best for them, and you see the wonderful people that they're becoming. And, we grow along with our kids. We want to protect them, right? We want to say, don't get pierced in your, don't get a, tat pierced, whatever, just, and then they go out and they come home and they've gotten themselves a very nice haircut, or they've bought themselves a very, very nice, prepared themselves a very nice meal, or they've gone and formed a band with their friends, you know, and we say, oh my gosh, these kids are creative, they're smart, they inspire me to want to be a better mom, a better person, a better spouse, right? A better dog mom. And it's so easy, isn't it, to get caught up in our own little bubbles, or whatever that is, you know? And it's part of being a citizen of the planet. It just happens. I'm like, no, it doesn't happen to me. Oh, no. Oh, really? Let's see about that. Well, shall we? So anyway, I'm going to be short on time and specifics, and I'm going to be long on wisdom today, hopefully. Song of the week. I was going to have it be Tom Petty, I Won't Back Down. I think I've used that one before. While that is appropriate, in that I think on this journey, I'm figuring out what I really need, what I must have to function and be my best, to be Zazoo Plazz, to be my own superhero. And that is, I need to know that my family is growing, is safe, is protected. And that's something I can help them with through my ideas, through my positivity, my optimism, my food. I made a big pot of clam chowder this week, and it's all gone, but it's great. We all went out. It was my husband's birthday. Happy birthday, hubby. Love you so much. Took my mother-in-law and we all went out. We had a great time. We went out for dinner last night. We haven't done that in so long, and you know, it doesn't matter. You know, we had some good food. We came back. We had ice cream cake. We opened presents, and that's what I need. I need more of that. Family times. We're planning how we're gonna, redo our house and restructure it so everybody is welcome and everyone has a place to do what they need to do. I'm going to have a different office. My husband's going to have a different office. The kids are coming and they're going. They need a place to crash. Friends need a place to crash. We need a place to entertain by the fire, the dining room. So I'm taking my office out of the dining room and bringing it upstairs. I'm going to maybe have a screened-in porch where I can work in the summer. We put it all on the table. We said, oh my gosh, we can do so much. Zazoo Plazz, I want to do podcasts. I'm going to have podcasts. I'm going to, have a system in place whereby, I can interview people. We can have guests on the show. It's not going to be me in the woods all the time. What it's going to eventually evolve into is a podcast, which may or may not have video. It's something you can listen to while you're out running or whatever. But it's like the woods here, isn't it? It's like my living room right now. After the college kids have swept through, and there's an infinite land of potential. And you know what? I can stand to be more positive. And that's why I'm saying I believe in infinite possibility. There's nothing better. That's what heaven is. Starting from scratch every day. Beginner's mind, if you will. So therefore, and it's not about not backing down. I said, you know what? It is and it isn't. The Luke's Gospel today, I read. It's the parable that Jesus told. Really stuck with me. There was a person who owned a fig tree, and after 3 years, it didn't bear any fruit. So he's like, talks to the gardener. He says, let me just get rid of this old fig tree. It's, it's just sitting here. It's not bearing any fruit, right? It's just taking up space in the ground. It's wearing out the soil, and I want to see fruit. I want to see fruit, So the gardener says, hold on. He says, you know what? This is a nice little fig tree. It's like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. All it needs is a little love. Maybe we sprinkle a little love around it. Put a little blanket. Give it some fertilizer. Give it some love. And then check back with me next year and see what it's got figs on it. So the person who owns the fig tree says, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let's not cut down our fig trees. Let's figure out new ways to make them bloom. Because isn't it easy to just go and say, it's too much work. I think I'm just going to cut all the trees down. It's not doing anything for me. We had this, my husband has this old keyboard. He had it in college in the late 80s, and a headset. And my youngest son's friend wanted to borrow it because he's studying music. And he borrowed it, and plugged it in. He said, it doesn't work. He brought it back. It doesn't work. So my husband said, wait a minute. This is great. So he come down this morning for breakfast. He's got fresh waffles for everyone, pot of coffee. Somebody made the coffee, I don't know. He's got this keyboard open on the kitchen table and carefully took out the little screws, took the back off, was fiddling around with it for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden I hear my son, my husband got it to work. It started humming. And the kid's starting to play. And then I go over and I'm starting to play. And I'm like, I haven't played the organ in so long. And, that was really awesome. And I was showing him how to read the music. And they're like, Mom. And I said, okay, I know I stink. I need to practice. Don't we all? We're all a little rusty at our, last night. We're all sitting there at dinner, we're trying to have a conversation. We forgot how to talk to each other. We forgot how to communicate. We've had the TV and the phone and the tablet talking at it. 4 different lives going on under one roof. And 2 of them in college and locked down and shut down and, for so long we forgot how to talk to each other. Had a wonderful weekend. We put the phones away. We put everything away. We started talking about we're going to make a room in the basement where the guys and all of us can work out, and people can go watch movies down there. Kids can go crash, bring friends, play music, play. And my youngest son, he's majoring in, he's going to go for environmental science. His girlfriend works at a nursery. 2 of them, I said, why don't we have a couple of raised beds, make a garden? So we're planting a Plazz family garden. We're going to grow. Stay tuned, because all summer I'm going to be posting pictures of what we're growing, what's in the works. There's going to be all kinds of stuff going on. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. It's going to be great for you, because I'm going to share my ideas for how to create, how to live and create your own life. And I hope some of that rubs off on you and you get inspired to do it too. I knew there was a point to me coming out here. So yeah, the song. Da, 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 Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill. I was feeling part of the greenery. Walked up on Solsbury Hill. Part of the machinery. machinery and greenery is in there somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so rather than complain that your trees aren't producing fruit, like I've been doing lately, oh, this one, I listen to myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder the poor tree was not producing fruit. You're like, the guy keeps complaining about how ugly it is and how it's good for nothing. If you were a tree and somebody was saying that about you, you'd be afraid to bloom too, wouldn't you? She's gonna get rid of me if I don't bloom. Ah! But look at you, beautiful tree. You're blooming. You're awesome. I love you. And pretty soon you're gonna be complete full bloom. Not just yet, because it's still a little chilly, but I'll come back and see you next week, okay? It's given me a hug. So, sometimes you have to go walk up to Salisbury Hill, decide, you know what, I'm not cutting down my trees, but I am going to leave behind the poison that was keeping the trees from growing. I'm going to bring, instead, I've always been good at fertilizer. There's plenty of that in my stories, right? We'll get some compost and build some big bins in the backyard and throw the stuff in there and we can take out all of our individual, you know what we can do? We can show our individuality by each choosing a crop. I'll choose my tomatoes, not because I know my husband doesn't like them and just to spite him I'm going to bring tomatoes. No, I like tomatoes and I'll make some sauce that I can share with him. How's that? Zazoo sauce. You see? We'll grow peppers. My son, the fireman, wants hot peppers. The fireside. He grows hot peppers. We can make pickle like my granny used to. We'll grow some cucumbers and I'll make pickles like my mom used to and share them with my dad who loves pickles. See how that works? Who knows? What are you going to grow in your garden this year? Don't do it. Okay, I have one more thing to say. And that is, grow your garden because you want a bountiful harvest in the fall. What do we want in the fall, right? If we want zucchini bread and we want tomato sauce and we want relish and we want a big party in the backyard, a feast, what do we have to plant now? I'll leave you with that to think about this week. And thank you to Peter Gabriel for giving me the inspiration. I'm going to go back and see the kid before he leaves. So until next week, this is a mini Zazoo report and little ninan, moose bouche, hors d'oeuvre. I'll see you next week. And tell me what you're going to plant in your garden. Take care. Bye.